see Baron Davis sitting on the sidelines, and I've got good news for you. He won't be sitting when we tip it off. He will make his 194th consecutive appearance in the NBA. He's never missed a game since turning pro out of UCLA, Gil. He's the only remaining member from his draft class who can say that.
And you know, when he first injured his leg, we were concerned that it may be the left knee, and that's the one that he hurt at UCLA. It's his right knee.
Michael Jordan, of course, is coming off of a rather disappointing performance. In fact, he'd never scored under 10. He went 866 consecutive games with at least 10 points until Thursday's game in Indiana. Of course, he didn't make a field goal in the second half, only played 25 minutes.
It's been a decade and a half. That's what I find very interesting. There's some kids younger than when he didn't score his last double-figure digit.
Dan Crawford, Derek Stafford, and Leroy Richardson, the officials tonight, as Eldon Campbell wins the opening tip. Hornets with the initial possession, and they go right to the big man. Campbell in the left post against White, and produces the first two of the ball game.
Well, Eldon Campbell felt very comfortable because the Wizards don't want to come and double him, and he should feel comfortable. And maybe they need to change their strategy. Eldon getting off to a good start.
This is Hubert Davis, a three-point threat for the Wizards club. A very good three-point shooting team. Pick and roll up top with Whitney and Jones. Now Jordan's got it against P.J. Brown. Jordan for his first shot of the game, and he already has a third of what he got Thursday. We're tied at 2.
They went very deep into the shot clock to get that basket, did the Wizards. If they're going to overpass like that, that's to Charlotte's advantage.
Jordan comes in 12th in the NBA in scoring. Great spin move by Campbell, who's 2 for 2, and the Hornets lead 4-2.
Well, there again, you're going to play him straight up with Jahidi White, and Eldon should be happy about that.
And no reason to go away from that.
Oh, go right to it.
Here's Chris Whitney. That's the defensive assignment for Baron Davis. Jordan for his second straight shot, and his second straight that hits nothing but the bottom of the net. We're tied at 4.
But Bob, you know, Jordan really gets tired towards the end of the ball game. So let him do all this early on. It's the fourth quarter you want him to not do too well.
Campbell cannot make it 3 straight as Popeye Jones grabs the rebound.
Hornet starters, as you saw in that graphic, have done a great job against the starting lineup of the Wizards.
Whitney finds Hubert Davis. Now White wants to answer Campbell in the post. Cannot. And Davis has it.
Well, one thing the Wizards said they wanted to do was get their big men a little more involved than they were the last time.
Barron's first shot won't fall.
Now, he missed the shot, but what's more importantly, how he felt taking the shot. You know, he will make some shots, but is it okay? Does it bother him to take it?
Just 2 of 11 yesterday. Beautiful move by Jordan. And how about this? We are 2.5 minutes into the ball game, and Jordan has already equaled Thursday's performance with 6 points.
Well, you know he wouldn't have another game where he only scores 6 points, not in our lifetime.
And he made sure of it right off the bat.
Unless he comes back a 4th time to the league. That could happen.
Brown from Wesley. Now Nalon's first shot. That was short. Jahidi White has the board.
Nalon said he was surprised at some of the looks that he got playing against Michael Jordan. He's got to defend Michael.
4 for 4. I have a feeling Michael brought his A game.
Well, you knew that he would. Again, the 9-game losing streak snapped in Charlotte, and then only getting 6 his next game out. You know he's going to do that.
Wesley looking for Eldon. White cannot successfully front him. Now for the BD3. Nope. White's got another rebound.
But the Wizards that time sent a second guy over. They doubled Eldon on that play.
Wizards up 4. Jordan's taken 4 shots and made 4. Now wants the assist. Whitney cannot hit. Brown rebounds.
Maybe Jordan's not going to pass the ball to anybody else if they're not going to make it, since he makes everything he shoots.
Pick and roll, Wesley and Campbell. Davis to Nalon. And Lee, coming off a 24-point effort last night, has hit his second shot, brings Charlotte within 2.
And Lee has to score if Michael's going to score, but you really want him to defend Michael. That's what you want him to do. Make it tough for Michael. Tire him out a bit.
Whitney's pass for Jordan deflected by Davis, but Michael's got it with 8 on the shot clock. Misses for the first time tonight after hitting 4 in a row.
Well, he had to miss sometime, didn't he?
I don't know with MJ. It's not a guarantee. Davis against Jordan. Couple of crossover moves. And now misses. Brown battling Jones, who lands out of bounds with a basketball. It'll be Charlotte ball.
And rebounding, we said, was very key. The rebounding does a couple things. If you can offensively rebound the ball, it means that the Wizards can't get out and run. You keep them out of transition.
Nalon to trigger off the baseline. Wesley with a quick shot and misses, but Brown the offensive rebound and a chance at a three-point play. And Gil, P.J. Brown has now secured at least one offensive rebound in 24 consecutive games with that one.
Well, the last game, the front line of the Wizards, Jones, White, and Hayward off the bench, 7 of 13, 22 points, and only 8 boards. As you see P.J. Brown do his work underneath, Brown, Campbell, and Magloire for the Hornets they were 13 of 16 from the field, 23 points, and they had 23 combined rebounds. So to see P.J. Brown go to the board against the Wizards is something that he's successfully done in 2 games prior to this one.
And because P.J., the best free throw shooter on the club, completes the three-point play, the Hornets have retaken the lead.
How ironic is that P.J.'s the best free throw shooter, and not far behind is Elder Campbell.
Up by Jones, wants to answer, cannot, tipped in, Jordan. 5 field goals for Jordan in the first quarter.
Well, Lee's going to have to run, and the Lee's going to have to play a little bit better D on Mike.
And 10 points in the first 4.5 minutes. Wesley can't finish. Popeye's got the rebound. Jordan lighting up the crowd, but rejected by Baron Davis. Unfortunately, there's a foul.
You know, Baron always gets one of those kind of blocks, well, almost always in the game. It looks pretty clean to me. We'll see it on the replay monitor as Michael Jordan is challenging Baron Davis. Baron up for the challenge. Maybe the lower hand. Now watch the bottom hand. Watch Baron's hand. The lower hand may have been on the waist, but it looked like a pretty good block to me.
Hornets with a 10-9 deficit. We have our first timeout. Baron looks good early. Well, so far it's Michael Jordan 10, Charlotte Hornets 9, and MJ's back to the free throw line after the Davis foul. His first miss at the line.
Well, you know, Michael Jordan has stated himself and his teammates also that there have been games where he's tried to do too much, and the team has lost. And maybe that'll happen tonight. Come fourth quarter, maybe we won't have so much left in the tank.
Jordan still has every Washington point. The rest of the team 0 for 3 from the field and zip in the scoring column. Davis out of a double team to Campbell. Nice feed to Brown, and P.J. Brown has 5. And the Hornets tie this game.
Great recognition by Baron. He knew that the big man had doubled him, so that meant Campbell was open. A great touch pass from Campbell to P.J.
Strong start from Brown.
Good-looking basketball on that play.
Jordan again, this time Nalon has the defense, and P.J. switches on him. Jordan looks for the assist. It went through the wickets and beyond the reach of Jones.
Well, good call at the timeout. Coach Silas changing defenses a little bit on Michael, sending the double at him and giving him a different look.
They have to do that with regularity. Oh, nice finish underneath. Hornets taking the lead 13-11 as Campbell continues his great start, 3 for 4.
Jahadi White was asleep at the wheel on that one, wasn't he?
Campbell loves that matchup.
And rightly so.
Jordan, still the only Wizard to score. We're tied at 13. Michael 6 of 7, Gil.
Well, offense takes a little bit out of you, too. Make him have to rebound a little bit. Make him have to play some D. Come over some screens.
Offensive foul as Wesley's jumper would not have counted, and they got Eldon.
Eldon trying to set a screen to free David Wesley. They said Eldon was moving into that screen. You have to be stationary.
Halfway through the opening quarter. Hubert Davis not taking a shot yet. Jordan has taken a bunch of them, misses this one, and Nalon hasn't.
PJ had his hands up on it.
Jordan 6 of 8. Wesley surrounded on the perimeter. Fans appreciate that double team. Davis against Whitney, finds Nalon with 7 to shoot. Campbell finds Brown again.
Eldon Campbell, interior passing, great tonight.
2 assists for Eldon, 7 first quarter points for P.J. Brown. That's his average. Jordan to Whitney. Finds Davis. That's 3. Hubert Davis, 14th of the NBA in three-point shooting at 43%. And the Wizards lead by 1.
He's very, very dangerous when he has the ball behind the arm. Bob, you really can't leave him alone.
You know, he's 44% career. That's strong. Campbell against White. Loves that spin move and draws the foul.
He just loves the Hattie White. Spin move, back end move, jump hook. Boy. Eldon Campbell getting good low post position, but watch the nice move. And then it's an up and under, so he gave him two moves. He gave him the baseline spin, he gave him the up and under, and now he's got to say goodbye to Jahadi White. Probably don't want to play so well against him because they take him out. You know, you want him to stay in the game.
Take him out too quickly. He only played 15 minutes in the Indiana loss, but a lot of starters had limited minutes because of the blowout. Eldon Campbell's first free throw of the ball game coming up. Really improved in that area coming in tonight, Gil. 78% at the stripe.
And when you think back to a couple of seasons ago when Eldon was with the Hornets and he was shooting in the 60 percentile from the foul line, this is an indication of when you work and focus, you can get better.
Brendan Haywood, the rookie out of Carolina, comes in for White as Campbell connects on both free throws. He has 8. Jordan, as you see, every point except for the 3 from Hubert Davis for that Wizards club. Nalon's got the defense along the baseline, and now Michael says, I'll post you up and score again. So Jordan, 7 of 9, 15 points.
But that shot that he just made is one that he has made so many times in his career, almost impossible to stop.
Nalon to Campbell again. Doesn't have to be posting up today. 4 for 5, Eldon with 10, and the Hornets go up 1.
If you're Brendan Haywood, you don't want to be brought in the ballgame after a guy's already gotten warmed up. That's not fair to you.
Hubert misses, and Wesley the long rebound.
They're trapping Wesley with Popeye Jones.
Campbell couldn't get that one to go, and Michael Jordan comes away after his 3rd rebound. Going for 2 more, 17 in the opening quarter. Sam Cassell had 17 in the opening quarter for Milwaukee at the Hive last night.
Well, obviously Michael Jordan has the range here in MCI. Both teams shooting pretty hot right now.
Charlotte 50% as Campbell is surrounded by 3 defenders. He was looking for the whistle, and the one that blew was for traveling.
And you don't want Campbell to get into any type of discussion, because when Eldon starts to worry about the referees, as most players, now you see Eldon, this is his pivot foot. Does he move it? Now if he moves, yeah, he shuffles. He shuffles. When you establish the pivot foot, you cannot change the pivot foot once you stop your dribble.
He's kind of caught there with the triple team, as it turned out.
Well, he's playing so well, I guess they're going to send more than one person at it.
Wesley defends Davis. Go to the hot hand. Oh, my goodness. Jordan, 19 in the opening quarter.
And wanting a foul. Complaining that he didn't get the foul on the shot. Wants everything, doesn't he?
He's made amends for Thursday.
We knew that was coming to foul.
We were quite concerned. And now Jordan with a steal. This is the old Michael Jordan. There's a block by Brown. Loose ball and the scramble secured by Campbell. Hornets have it 3-on-2. Wesley's shot is rejected out of bounds by Popeye Jones.
The reason that shot was blocked on Michael because he is the old Michael Jordan.
Here's the Popeye Jones defense on Wesley. (22-19) your score. Jordan and Davis from the Carolina Tar Heels have all of the points, Gil.
Well, he's certainly warm tonight as Michael Jordan. His jumper is going down. He's taking it into the lane. And after he got 6 points, you knew it wasn't going to stay that way. But look at that, 9 of 12 from the field, 19 points, and the quarter isn't over. 2:48 to go.
Amazing. The other Tar Heel starters, Hubert Davis, with a 3-ball for the other points. Those of you who were viewing the Georgia All-Stars, they lost to the Florida All-Stars 40-13 at the Georgia Dome earlier. Appreciate you joining us here at the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. as Jordan has put on a first quarter show.
Sure has. Eldon Campbell started the game very strongly. He's getting a breather now, and Jamaal Magloire coming in. He'll be going against Brendan Haywood at the center position.
Nalon Baseline out to Drew, wide open look. Can't get it to fall, and Popeye Jones has had a good first quarter underneath.
Bryce Drew is going to get a chance to run some two-guard alongside Baron Davis, replacing David Wesley.
Drew's assignment is Whitney. Now Jordan. Magloire runs at him, fouls him. 2 more for MJ, who has 21 in the first quarter.
Well, this gives a lot of people a chance to reminisce. You'll see Michael Jordan contort his body, take a bump from Magloire, and get the kiss off the backboard.
And with 22, Jordan is 1 shy of an opponent's all-time high in 1 quarter against the Hornets.
Well, and I said there was a lot of time left in the quarter. Still over 2 minutes.
He's 1 away from tying a franchise record. Nalon defended by Jordan. Now Drew to Magloire. Splits a double team but can't finish. Magloire goes back up and this time foul.
We've talked about crashing the boards against the Wizards. The Hornets have done a good job. Magloire gets a pretty good low position. He goes up strongly, misses the shot, but look how quickly he gets to the ball. He rebounded his own miss because he was the first one to get there. Oftentimes when the player shoots the ball, he's not blocked out, and he can get to his shot quicker than the defense can.
Jamaal Magloire, 74% free throw shooter. Vastly improved from his rookie year. He gets that first one.
Well, there again, we've talked about Campbell's improvement. Now you talk about Magloire's improvement. When you have big men who can shoot the ball at the line, it makes them that much more dangerous because they will get fouled.
Whitney's out and Teron Lue is in, and he lit up Indiana for 23 on Thursday and had 12 in a row against the Hornets on Wednesday.
Well, he certainly has proven to be a very good free agent pickup for the Wizards.
Magloire converting both. Hornets within 4. See 2 minutes to play in the opening frame, which has been dominated by Michael Jordan, who
now
has it again.
He's guarded by P.J. Brown.
And he misses for just the 4th time in the quarter. Davis to Drew. BD to BD. Again. No pick and roll with Nalon. Now Lee has it with 10 to shoot. Against Hayward. Can't get it to fall. And we've got a loose ball foul, and it's going against Popeye Jones.
And Nalon tried to measure up Hayward, bigger guy, maybe to take him inside, but again, the Hornets doing a good job of attacking the rim after the shot.
94 seconds left in the opening quarter. And Jones is going to come out. That was what the delay was all about. Second-year pro Tom Thomas out of Syracuse comes in to match up against Magloire.
The Hornets bench did a good job against the Wizards bench in game number 2, so force him to the bench and then beat him.
Davis feeds Magloire and 1.
Hornet players are getting to the rim. We've seen 2 dunks by P.J. Brown. We've seen dunks by Elden Campbell, and now Jamaal Magloire with the wingspan and the big hands just comes swooping in to finish. He loves to finish around the rim. Nice pass off, good finish.
Gil, when Baron Davis told you just before the tip that everything's okay, he was right. 4 assists in the opening quarter and 2 rebounds.
Yeah, he said no big deal. No big deal. I'm playing. Okay, I like that.
And Magloire completes the 3-point play. The Hornets centers have 15 total points, and Charlotte's within 1. As they trap Lue right-hand side, Magloire and Drew were there, and Jamaal Magloire picks up the personal, his second.
Not a lot of contact on that. They must have felt that Magloire put his hand out and changed the direction or the speed of the player. You can't do that.
Wizards have 15 to shoot, Gil. Jordan, this time against Nalon. Jordan looking for his 24th point, draws the contact, and he may very well get it at the line. If he converts these 2, he'll have a new club record.
It's such a difficult thing to guard a player like Jordan, but Lee Nalon actually was in good defensive position. He did not have to leave his feet. Jordan was trying to fake and draw the foul. He wasn't going to make the shot. He was off balance.
Number 23 has 23 in the first quarter, ties Bernard King's club record for most first quarter points. and it ties the record for most points against the Charlotte Hornets in a quarter.
What about if he's the only one that scores all night? I still think we win. You know?
As long as he doesn't challenge Wilt.
No, I don't think he'll get 100.
Michael's got 24 in the first quarter with a minute to go. Nalon to Davis. Lou pokes at the ball. Barron splits a double team and cannot finish.
Good look, though.
This is Nesby in transition as the Wizards go up 5.
Right, that's what you don't want. Michael Jordan doing his thing, okay, but you don't want anybody else to become part of it.
Nalon made sure Michael had no interception. P.J. Brown, another offensive rebound, and Magloire has 7 in the quarter.
The Hornets doing a great job on the boards, particularly the offensive boards.
There's a 6-second difference, game and shot clock. Winding down the first quarter here at the MCI Center. Drew picks the pocket of Jordan, leads the break. Nalon can't finish, neither can Davis. It's finally tipped in by Brown.
Big guys again, crashing the boards, getting it done. Good defense from Bryce Drew.
Brown with 9 of his own points. Closing seconds, Tyronn Lue. And time has expired. Michael Jordan with 10 of 14 shooting, 24 of the 29 Washington Wizards points. They're up 1 thanks to MJ. Wizards at home lead the Charlotte Hornets by 1. Michael Jordan is certainly the story of the first quarter, Gil.
Well, you see Campbell and Brown with the 19 points. Jordan, 24 of his team's 29. Now, they talked about that Michael Jordan was going to get more people involved in this coming game because of what happened in Indiana. Well, maybe he'll do it this quarter. He certainly didn't do it the first quarter.
Hornets front court, amazing. 28 points, 11 of 19 shooting. You see Baron Davis, who did start, missed his 3 shots in the first quarter, but also had 4 assists and 2 rebounds.
Well, he certainly has gotten the ball into the paint, into people's hands that can score. 12-2 second chance points because the Hornets doing a great job on the boards.
Augman begins the second quarter for the Hornets. Hubert Davis off the dribble against Baron Davis. He has 5, and the Wizards by 3.
Stacey Augman in the backcourt with Baron Davis and Bryce Drew. So the Hornets have a 3-guard attack. And 2 centers, Campbell and Magloire, on the court together. A little different alignment than we are used to seeing.
I don't know if I've seen this alignment before.
That makes it a little different.
Campbell from the elbow can't do it. Hubert Davis heads up. Pick and roll with Thomas. Try to cross over, ill-advised.
He'll carry it out.
Barron looks for Magloire, gets it back.
Offense a little stagnant, no screens, nothing.
Davis, isoed on Davis. That's Haywood helping out. Campbell at an awkward angle had it knocked out of bounds, and the Hornets will have 3 seconds to work it.
They didn't run anything. They were trying to get, I guess, an ISO for Barron, but nothing was running. So as Eldon Campbell comes in, he stretches out so far, he can't get a good angle. Didn't get much elevation. That's why the shot was blocked.
Augman needs to find an open man with 3 seconds to shoot. The open man is Campbell. Magloire battling Thomas, gets it.
Another offensive rebound is 6 for the Hornets.
And Barron's first score off the Bryce Drew feed.
6 offensive rebound, 14 second chance points. Hornets doing the job inside.
And that lay-in by Barron, the first points by a Hornet guard tonight. Davis from Lou. Hubert Davis against Baron Davis. Tries for Haywood, and Baron Davis with a nice defensive play to knock it away.
Outstanding defensive play. Looks like that Hubert Davis is testing Barron's knee. Hubert Davis is a long-range bomber, we know that, but that's twice he's tried to take Barron into the lane. Scored on the first one, passed off, and Barron disrupted the play on this last one.
You talk about warriors. We didn't know if Barron would even play This is the first time he's off the floor as David Wesley returns.
And now you have to wonder, Bob, if his knee tightens up when he sits down. That's another issue.
The trap is against Hubert Davis, and the shot clock runs dry as the Hornets force the turnover.
See, Michael scored so much in the first quarter. Now he's not on the court. They don't know who to go to. Michael's not there, so what do? You get caught.
Coming into today, the fewest turnovers per game in the East belongs to Washington, 12 a game. But against the Hornets in the first 2 games, 14. And that was number 4 tonight. Campbell to Magloire. And the Hornets continue to pound the paint.
Getting inside at will and going to the rim. And I like that. You know, we talk about what gets you victories, or taking it inside, rebounding, and as you see, Magloire would take it inside and get a chance to go to the foul line again. You want to get to the line more than the opposition, particularly when you play in their arena.
Magloire already with 7 points in his first 5 minutes on the floor. Make it 8. Popeye Jones returns from Tom Thomas. Magloire can give the Hornets the lead.
Despite the heroics of Michael Jordan.
Since Michael's been off the floor, 2 of the 3 possessions have resulted in turnovers. Magloire, for the first time in 5 free throws, misses, and we remain tied.
You disrupt their offense, which is what the Hornets want to do.
Hubert Davis to Popeye Jones to Haywood. No on the dunk attempt. This is Wesley.
Hornets want to get into a half-court set.
Drew gets around that Campbell screen, and Campbell's now free. And rattles in another one. Eldon with 12. The Hornets have taken a 2-point lead.
Eldon likes the little jumper from about 18 feet. He likes to shoot it.
Lou finds very little room. Now Nesby doesn't get the roll, and Magloire with his 4th rebound.
Did a good job on the boards with Jamaal Magloire.
Kind of like the 2 big men.
Yeah.
Magloire a little short. Another rebound. The big guy forces another Washington foul.
Very aggressive tonight as Jamaal Magloire is paying off for Charlotte.
And a timeout. Magloire with free throws coming back as the big guys have just pounded Washington underneath. We'll be right back. Hornets up 2. Baron Davis, despite the bruised right knee, played almost every minute of this game. He just recently went out after the first 14 minutes on the floor, produced 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Did not make a shot until a layup just before leaving the game.
In game 1 here at the MCI Center that the Hornets won, they didn't shoot as good from the floor as the Wizards did. 41% for Charlotte, 43% for the Wizards. They beat the Wizards by 6 points in Charlotte, shooting almost 60% from the floor. That doesn't usually happen. Well, tonight they have the lead with the Wizards over 50% and the Hornets under 40. It's a little strange, isn't it?
It is strange.
But when you rebound, you miss shot, and you get to the line and you get stick back, so you don't have to shoot as high a percentage to be winning a ball game.
Magloire just missed his 2nd in a row and his 3rd in a row after hitting 4 straight at the free throw line. So the Hornets cannot convert after the Washington foul. With 8.5 left in the first half, Washington can tie. Nesby looking, didn't find anything. Now Davis for 3, and Hubert Davis with his 2nd 3-ball of the night. And he gives the Wizards a 1-point advantage.
We talk about Hubert Davis and where he is so dangerous, and it seems to be behind the 3-point arc. He makes big 3-point shots.
Drew cuts to the bucket, whistle on the play, and the Hornets, after Hubert Davis's foul, get it back. As P.J. Brown returns from Magloire. What a first half from Magloire. He has 5 rebounds and 8 points.
And the Hornets have 10 free throw attempts to this point and only 5 for the Wizards. It's good to see that the Hornets are working to get to the foul line and forcing the Wizards into foul situations.
Wesley off the Drew handoff. Pick and roll with Campbell. And two more as Eldon acts like a guard as he picks up his 14th point.
He saw Jahadi White. He got excited. Jahadi's back. Give me the ball.
Hornets by one. Drew on Lou. Davis is trapped. Now White bounces off Campbell and throws up a ridiculous shot, but Jones is right there to clean it up, and Washington's up one again.
Jones almost missed his too. Jahadi is a little irritated at the offense that he's been seeing from Melvin Campbell.
David Wesley had a poke free by Lou. 10 to shoot for Drew. Campbell another perimeter shot. And this time Washington comes away with it.
Nesbitt gets a pretty strong rebound.
The Hornets down one. Just over 7 to play. And Michael has not played the second quarter after putting in 24 in the opening frame. P.J. Brown with a clean strip of Lou. Wesley the trailer. Wesley makes them pay for the turnover, and the Hornets have turned them over 5 times in the half.
And 2 of them have been almost at half court, and they both led the basket. So it's where you turn teams over also that counts.
Hornets back up 1. Multiple lead changes in this first half. Davis and Jones work the high pick and roll, and Popeye Jones from the perimeter, his second in a row. And the Wizards up 1 again.
Remember, Popeye Jones made his first 3 of the season in Charlotte. How improbable was that?
Wesley works first left and then right around the Campbell screen. And a Washington foul. It's on Lou, as Baron Davis is set to return.
We talked about Michael Jordan's resting. The Hornets have had a chance to get a little rest for their starters and stay right in the game too.
Lee Nalon coming back in for Augment. Brown's had a good first quarter with 9 points, or rather first half, as Nalon controls against Tyrone Nesbitt. Can't hit his first shot since returning, and another Washington foul. Loose ball is against Popeye Jones.
Popeye Jones trying to fight on the boards with P.J. Brown, and P.J. wins that battle, and now he goes to the line.
And I'll ask you the question you asked me at the end of the first. How long does Doug Collins keep Michael Jordan out in a second?
We talked about time management for Michael, and we understand he needs rest, but I think if you leave him out too long, then he'll tighten up. And he'll come back in, and he'll try to do some things that maybe aren't there. And his teammates, they're going to watch it. Well, that answers your question.
They're not supposed to be piped into our broadcast.
I understand. But here's the thing. If Michael isn't as hot as he was, will his teammates watch him and wait for him to become as hot? And in watching him, does it not give the Hornets a chance to extend the lead?
That has been the dossier on this club. Brown tied it with his first free throw and gives the Hornets the lead with his second. Brown's 3 for 3 at the stripe and has 11 in the half. Jordan's first touch since returning. Now Popeye Jones. Wow, playing guard. Feeds Jordan. And his first touch answers your question.
I guess he's still hot.
11th made field goal. Jordan with 26. By the way, Washington all-time record for any quarter points made was Moses Malone. Here's Jordan again. Jordan will try Wesley. Baseline left, can't get his second in a row. Campbell, outlet for Wesley. Davis, with his second made field goal, has 4. And the Hornets up 1.
I'm telling you, playing offense takes a little bit out of you too. So let's see how this quarter progresses with Michael Jordan.
Look at the points in the paint. The Hornets dominating.
Doing a great job, more than doubling the score.
Jordan now against a 7-foot defender. I believe there have been 4 or 5 different defenders. Doesn't matter to Michael tonight. 28 in the first half. Relive the memories, folks. It is the 19th lead change of the half. Lou does have the foul there, Gil.
Give him 50 and win. It don't matter.
Michael Jordan had 24 in the first quarter. He's heating up here in the second as the Wizards lead by 1.
Now you see those shoes, they belong to Lee Nayland, but they are Michael Jordan brand shoes. Michael Jordan told Lee Nayland, and he's very flattered that Lee would wear his shoes, and told Lee, I see you playing in my shoes. In fact, I'm going to send you another pair. Now what Lee didn't understand was, Michael meant after I scorch you and you wear those shoes out, you're going to need another pair.
Well, let's hope that at some point Jordan cools off, as the man you were talking about, Lee Nayland, goes to the free throw line.
Well, that's the way to get Michael back. Make Michael have to defend. And I would suggest if Lee might stop Michael from getting the ball, overplay so he doesn't get it. You can't score if you don't have it.
Lee converting both, and the Hornets back up by 1. 20 lead changes in this first half. Quick whistle as Hubert Davis held it against Wesley, and the fans cheer. You might believe that foul discrepancy doesn't favor the home team.
Well, I really think one thing Coach Silas said to Lee Nayland before the game in Charlotte, you don't want to get in any kind of wrestling match with Michael Jordan because he's going to get every benefit of the doubt if there's a foul.
That's 2 on Nayland. Wesley defends Hubert Davis, who finds Michael Jordan. That has been pretty common today. Jordan misses, but Heidi White does not off the weak side for his first bucket. And guess what? Another lead change.
But 3 of Michael's misses have come when P.J. Brown has gone to defend against him because he's a much higher cover.
Charlotte Hornets pounding that offensive glass, as you said, Jim.
Outstanding.
Campbell from Wesley. Nayland rises and finishes off the weak side, so he has 6. The Hornets up 1.
Just dominating the boards, killing the Wizards on the boards.
Lead change per possession here in the second quarter. 22 total. Hubert Davis, third 3 of the half. Michael acknowledged him after he made it. He's the second Wizard in double figures. He has 11, and Washington's now up 2.
Got to make sure he's running that Hubert Davis.
P.J. Brown couldn't go up and under. Davis can't secure off the weak side. Whitney does. Hubert Davis wants to spot up for his 4th 3. That's good.
Well, again, he was wide open. He makes 2 threes straight. You cannot lose sight of him. Somebody's got to know where he is at all times.
The corrected score should be 50-45. As Campbell operates out of the left post. Brown is fouled going up. Michael was in the territory, and Jordan does have the foul. 12 of 18 from the field. He had 24 of those 28 points in the opening quarter. In fact, it took him less than 90 seconds to achieve the 6 points that he scored at Indiana on Thursday.
Bipartisan cheering for the Wizards. I wonder, does that happen in the arena? The Republicans and Democrats both cheer for Michael Jordan? You know, this is a kind of divided city from time to time.
Well, they better. They want to pass any legislation in this building. Brown at the line, converts for the 5th straight time here in the first half. Make that 4 for 4 for PJ, but 12 points. And Eldon's 14. The front line has really been the Charlotte story so far.
Yes, it has. It'll have to continue to be also.
I was just 1 free throw ahead of myself. PJ's made all 5 of his.
You knew it was coming, Bob.
Just 2:40 remaining as Jordan goes against Stacey Augmon, who just checked in during the timeout.
Let's try everybody.
You've heard of throwing the kitchen sink at him, and the Hornets are doing that in the first half. Jordan on Augmon. Even getting the kind of bounces, and Jordan has 30.
You know, he doesn't need any help. He doesn't need any lucky bounces, and he's smiling about it. So is Stacey Augmon.
Wesley on the right sideline. Baron Davis wants to pick and roll with Campbell. Underneath Brown. White delivered the rejection, but another Washington foul underneath. This one's on Chris Whitney.
Now, what's so good about this is the decision. They tried to switch inside. Michael Jordan pushed the big man out of the way, and P.J. Brown stepped right to the basket. It was a really good decision. P.J. steps inside, so White is not there, and he had Whitney behind him. Great position for P.J. Brown to either score or get fouled. Good recognition, good passing by the Hornets.
P.J. Brown's season high is 18 on that recent West Coast trip. He got it at the end of it in Denver, and by hitting his first free throw, he's now 6 of 6 at the line and already has 14 tonight. And now 3 away from tying his season high.
I know PJ gets to around 20 and 24. That's actually more than Michael scoring 40. What kind of math is he talking?
If it's in a win, I agree with you. Jordan ended up backing down 2 different defenders as PJ was helping out Stacey Augmon, and Augmon picked up the personal.
You know, I think Stacey was going to try to disengage and let Michael lose his balance. But Stacey has the one arm, and Michael's backing in. I don't really quite understand that as well. Yes, I do. But I won't say why I understand.
Wizards by 3 in the ball. Jordan against Augmon. Take 2. On the back down and the scoop. Michael with 32 in the opening half.
That was vintage Jordan. That was. Kissing it off the backboard. Fans love it.
How can you not love watching that? Davis to Wesley. Long 2. PJ again crashes the offensive glass and spectacularly saves it to Augmon.
Great job.
BD3. He's off. And now the Wizards head up, leading by 5. Davis finds Jordan. Reverse layup was blocked, and the Hornets will head back with under a minute to play in the half. Davis fakes the behind-the-back pass to Brown and converts his 3rd field goal.
He took Chris Whitney to the hoop.
What a great fake. He was going to go behind the back with a right hand. And Doug Collins takes a 20-second timeout. Washington's lead cut to 3. If you're wondering, and I know Jordan fans certainly are, Michael Jordan.
This is a great behind-the-back fake. Just want to freeze him for just a split second. Barron is so strong now, he may not have the explosiveness because I think he's still concerned about his knee. But he throws Whitney just for a split second and then finished off the backboard.
It was a 6th point of the half to go with 4 assists and 2 rebounds. The most points that an opposing player has ever scored against the Hornets in a half is Patrick Ewing and his 33 for the Knicks 11 years ago. Jordan is 1 point away from that total.
And if you see that pained look on Jordan's face, he and Doug Collins wanted a foul on the blocked shot that occurred before the Baron Davis layup.
Doug Collins on the sidelines as it's Washington ball. Jordan against Augmon with 40 seconds left. Nesmith backdoor cut, does not convert. And Augmon picks it up with 35 seconds to go.
Jordan's not going to pass to him anymore.
Davis, oh, what a spin! What a rejection by Nesmith to ruin a beautiful Baron play. Hubert Davis, for the first time, misses from 3 land, but with 18 seconds, Washington will get a final look.
Nesmith made a big play after the great move by Baron Davis.
Guess who's going to get the final look?
I wonder.
Looking for 34 first half points. He got it. Unbelievable, except that it's MJ. Barron for 3 at the buzzer. Cannot steal Michael's thunder. 34 points for Jordan in the first half, and the Wizards will leave the floor to a standing ovation here at the MCI Center. Washington leading 56-51.
Well, the question is, can Michael Jordan scored 34 points in this half? Hopefully the answer to that is no. You don't want 68.
You see Baron Davis coming back on the playing surface, and Barron's got a new pad on that right knee. Looks similar to the one that he started with last night.
Well, let's see if they go to Jordan early just to see what he has.
First possession to the Wizards as Jones secures it away from Brown, who bumps him and fouls him.
Now, PJ is looking to see what was the foul called about. He did have the forearm in the back, and then the low post position, you can defend with the forearm to the back, but with the offhand, he swung at the ball, and that's where the foul occurred.
First of the night against Brown. Davis defends Whitney. Now Jones a post up on PJ Brown. Davis came over to help. 3 to shoot for Whitney. And doesn't get the roll. Stolen by Jones on the rebound, but can't finish it up. And Davis leads the break. Barron splits 2 and is fouled.
And Baron Davis taking it into the lane. Getting into the lane, you always concerned when Baron goes in there. Will they book him again? Will they hit him on the knee? But Baron Davis can break you down and get into the lane easier than anybody in the league. Just takes it right into the paint.
But in between Whitney and Jordan, which of those two do you think would be called for the foul?
Whitney or Jordan gets called for the foul. Let's see.
Whitney was tabbed with his second. Baron Davis comes up empty at the free throw line, and that has been the biggest negative on his game this year. Only 57% at the free throw line.
And he's tried to work on it. He's changed his shot, his stance.
Davis in three-point land. Jordan overshoots Jones, and the Hornets have it back.
Michael Jordan probably won't pass anymore this quarter. You know, he tried to make a pass, guys didn't catch it, so I'm not throwing it to you anymore.
You know, Michael, I know you're going to be surprised at this, did not have an assist in the first half.
All right, you can't have an assist when you're taking the shots. Self-assist.
That was the 6th turnover against the Wizards. Wesley from Nalon. And David struggling at 1 of 7.
Let's see what Michael Jordan passes to this time.
We'll call number 23. Brown with the assignment. Jordan finds the Carolina alum. And Hubert Davis can't convert from 2, but a loose ball foul against Charlotte. It's on Campbell, and that's 2.
Well, you know, the fact that it's only the second foul on PJ, you talk about, on Campbell, PJ Brown not in foul trouble. The guy's doing such a great job on the boards. You want him to keep crafting.
Davis picks up Whitney on the new shot clock. Jordan. We see our first shot of the second half. We do. Jordan throws up the air ball because he's fouled by Nalon.
And Lee has to stay focused. Can't say anything about the call. Try to keep the ball out of his hands. Well, it's 34 points for Michael Jordan. That's a half franchise record for these Wizards. Jeff Malone had 33. And the franchise high, 56 points by Earl the Pearl Monroe. Now, Baron Davis and Earl Monroe both have a spin that's quite similar, but Baron does it in traffic for the jump. Earl did it so he didn't jump. So you don't remember Earl Monroe. You were too young. I'll tell you how that went.
I remember the former Winston-Salem State star.
Played for the legendary Clarence Big House Games.
Jordan hit the free throws, and the Washington lead grows to 7. Nalon from Davis over Jones. Campbell is fouled going back up, and Eldon will get a chance at the line.
Eldon is wearing Jahadi White out. He is just wearing it out.
There's 2 team fouls on the Washington Wizards. Hornets have 3, and we haven't yet played 2 minutes of the third quarter. Eldon Campbell's now 3 for 3 at the line. He ties PJ Brown for team high honors with 15 points. Jordan has game high honors with 36. And now Eldon has 16.
Well, if the Hornets continue just to stay with what they're doing, crashing the boards, drawing the fouls, getting to the line, they'll just slowly catch up with these Wizards.
Up by Jones from the right key. And Jones with 6. That's Jordan's first assist of the night as the Wizards go up 7.
It's hard to have 34 and an assist.
Nalon Beautiful move, but then Jones ruins it. Hornets recover in transition. Jordan for three. Follows his own miss and converts for two. 38 for MJ with 9:19 left in the third.
PJ challenged the jump shot, but couldn't get the block out.
9-point Washington lead, which is the largest of the night. Campbell can't finish against White. Hubert Davis.
Oh, they probably could have dunked that one, Bobby. He was right at the rim.
Jordan against Wesley. He was going for points 39 and 40. He's now 16 for 25. BD in transition, can't get it to fall. Brown had it slapped out of his hands, and the Hornets will retain possession. And the Hornets want a timeout. With 8:38 to play, Jordan with 38 leads all scorers. Campbell with 16 leads the Hornets. And 24 in the first quarter, 34 by halftime. And you get the feeling that maybe more records are about to be broken before the night's out.
No, don't say that. No.
Baron Davis finds P.J. Brown. And he looks for Baron again. 10 to shoot. BD for three. And he converts the Hornets' first tray of the night after 4 misses. Charlotte's within 6.
Well, it was a real nice screen set by P.J. Brown. After Davis used the screen, Whitney was nowhere around, so BD was open.
Whitney from Davis, not a Jordan.
Bit of a zone being played by Charlotte right now.
Popeye Jones in the middle of it and puts it through. Popeye with 8, and that is the Washington lead.
Well, you know, he's a guy that if he scores anything, it's too many.
The average is 5.
That's what I mean. You know, he's just supposed to rebound and defend.
Wesley off the curl from Davis, and Jones can rebound too. It's number 7. The Wizards give you problems when they get the complementary scorers involved, and they have. This is one of them, Hubert Davis. Nice ball rotation as White posts up Campbell. Rebound tip by Jones would not go. And Campbell is charged with his 3rd foul.
The Nalon.
Beg your pardon. It's the foul on Nalon, and I think the Hornets might have preferred Campbell because that's 4 on Lee.
Well, you know, it's really interesting. The Hornets are doing such a good job in the first half of not giving second chance opportunities to the Wizards.
3-ball, Chris Whitney, who's a 40% shooter from that range. And the Wizards have the game's first double-digit lead.
Well, remember how well they shot the 3 in Charlotte. You don't want that to happen here.
Hornets want a 22nd timeout. Trying to cool off the Wizards, who are around 55% from the field. And from three-point range, they have been one of the best teams in the NBA, 2nd overall coming in.
But Chris Whitney just steps, catches the ball. I mean, didn't even have to put it on the floor. The defense nowhere around, and he just throws it up and knocks it in.
Hubert Davis has 4 of those. Chris Whitney with that one. They are at 38% on the season, well above that mark so far tonight. And the Hornets got to right the ship. Stacey Augman's going to report in.
And Bob, they'll have to do it with the defense, rebounding, and getting to the line. The things that kept them in the game in the first half.
Hornets have 4 starters on the floor along with Augman. Wait for the ball to be put back in play by Baron Davis.
And the floor to be dried of condensation, I guess. I don't know why it's cold enough outside for that not to be a problem.
Davis has it back after the inbounds. Uses the Campbell screen twice. Tries to use Whitney, who got a piece of the ball, now 8 to shoot.
They're really trying to get Barron off now. This guy is getting off all night, but he's second layup that Eldon hasn't gotten to go down after he's made a good move inside.
Campbell made 4 of his first 5 shots, 2 of his last 10. Wizards by 11 as Hubert Davis controls. Popeye Jones, middle of the zone. Now to White, who's fouled, and they appear to have figured out that zone.
Well, I don't know how much, whether they figured it out or not, but you know, the zone is a difficult thing to play. Michael Jordan made a statement about the zone being a lazy way to play, but he said the Hornets got a victory, so he couldn't complain about it too much. But when you play the zone, sometimes in your mind, you're guarding a position, but that's not the way to think about it. You're guarding whatever player is in your area. You're not guarding an area. And sometimes when you play a zone, you lapse into thinking that that's the case.
Ogman picked up his second foul. Jahidi White hits his first free throw attempt of the night. He now has 3 points, and the Wizards' lead grows to 12 and 13. White, just a 53% free throw shooter, converted those easily.
Well, there's a lot of time in this ball game, but you want to see the Hornets' offense get a little bit more fluid. They try to pick and roll up top with Eldon and Barron, and nothing really happened for about 15 seconds.
P.J. Brown, defended by Jones. Off the curl to Wesley. Won't fall. Brown, another offensive rebound, but that stick back won't go. And Washington halfway through the third quarter in charge.
The third missed layup for the Hornets, 2 by Eldon and that one by P.J.
See the rebounding discrepancy in the third. Washington catching up. Out of the right corner. Davis for 3, his 5th of the ball game. 17 for Hubert Davis. And the Wizards by 16.
And the problem with this is that Michael is rested. He isn't doing the scoring, so that means fourth quarter, he'll probably step up again. You want to make him work a little bit more.
5 more threes for Washington. They get a 10-0 run. And Campbell can't change that. As he tosses up the air ball, he's now missed 6 in a row.
Well, he had the move that he wanted baseline and had a good look.
Everything going the Wizards' way here in the third.
Without Michael Jordan doing the bucket of scoring.
Ogman nearly had the interception. Whitney was not tied up by Brown.
How long do you have to hold it?
With 2, Michael for 3. And an offensive rebound for another shot clock.
And now the Wizards starting to dominate the boards as the Hornets did in the first half.
Jordan against Brown. White is 3 and was fouled.
Hornets not doing a good job in the zone at all, Bob. The zone has not helped them. They're going to the zone, and there's not as much defensive movement out of the zone as it was when they played man-to-man.
Campbell with his 3rd personal foul as we see Michael dish it off.
He throws it right over Campbell's head, right into the teeth of the zone. Nobody's there, and by the time Campbell gets to the rim, Jahidi White is over it.
White hits his 3rd straight free throw in the quarter. The 3-point play gives him 7. And the Wizards have outscored the Hornets 19-5 since the break. Baron Davis for 3, wing left, and he gets his 2nd 3 of this quarter. He has 12. Tries to keep the Hornets in it.
Well, it's good to see Barron make the 3 because you wonder how the knee will affect his play, and we thought it would just be on his shot, so he's got his shot back.
Wesley on Hubert Davis. Jordan in traffic has 40 with a chance for 1 more.
And Michael Jordan in the traffic, showing vintage Michael Jordan because he scores with the left hand. You know, fundamentally, he's so sound. We talk about all of his athletic ability, but fundamentally, he's so sound. You go to your left, you use your left hand. Michael Jordan softly kisses it off the backboard at 40 points and counting.
Jordan came into this game one of 13 different players to score as many as 40 in a game this season. And now he has 41. 7 of 8 at the line, 17 for 27 from the field.
Well, it certainly has fallen apart here in the third quarter. And the third quarter that you talked to me about had been the deciding factor for the Hornets in the 2 games. They won 2 games by 13 points and outscored the Wizards by 15 points in the third quarter.
Davis, another 3. That one won't go, and off the shoulder of Jahidi White. It'll be Hornets ball.
But it's going to take some defensive stops. So let's get a full 24-second clock. So you're going to have to get to the line and score some points with the clock not running.
Davis angles into the lane and throws it away. Popeye Jones to Hubert Davis.
You don't need the turnovers.
Jordan against Barron. 43.
He was quiet there for a minute. He won't be quiet anymore.
Quiet is
relative.
Not a term.
It's relative
to use for Michael tonight. Magloire is hammered to the floor. Both Jones and White had him sandwiched in the lane.
Well, Jamaal Magloire will earn these 2 free throws. Jahadi White just comes over, presses him. Popeye Jones underneath.
They talk about that foul on Jones, number 3, as Magloire heads to the free throw line. Had trainer Terry Koffler rubbing some salve on the right shoulder just before the start of the second half. And of course, he had the rotator cuff operation during the offseason.
You know, and I'm convinced that as hard as he finishes at the rim with his dunks, I think that always will risk bothering his shoulder just a bit, because he goes hard.
He made both free throws, and Jamaal Magloire, for the 5th time this season, is in double figures with 10. He's had a good game. Hornets, a lot of catching up to do.
And Jordan's on the bench right now to a big hand from the crowd.
Offensive foul off the pick and roll.
Popeye Jones.
Jones has 4.
Put him on the refrigerator. He's a foul magnet for the moment here.
Baron Davis from the elbow can't. Jones, 9 rebounds.
Well, the Wizards certainly have reversed their fortunes on the board here in the 3rd quarter.
Major quarter for Washington. Charlotte has only scored 10 points in the 3rd. That won't fall from Jones, and Nesby hustling on the floor and then surrounded. He got a timeout before he was tied up. So we're breaking the action with 2:46 to go in the 3rd. The Hornets down 19.
He's back.
Yeah, and
he's back.
Yes, he is. And he's 1 point away from tying his season high, which was on November 16th against Utah.
Well, you know, he didn't play the 4th quarter when he only had 6 the other night against Indiana. I thought they were taking him out for the rest of this game, but I guess he and Doug Collins discussed it. There he is.
He didn't score in the 2nd half against Indiana on Thursday. Jordan can't get that fall away to fall, and Drew comes away. 2.5 remaining in quarter number 3. Hornets playing catch up. And Drew's got his first bucket.
Well, Bryce comes off the bench and makes an immediate contribution, but it's the defense that will get the Hornets back in the ball. They've got to get some stops.
Bryce shooting 71% from the field in his last 2. The Hornets need him to get red hot. Hubert Davis finds Michael Jordan, who says, I want to take Ogden.
Clear out.
And 45 for Michael is a season high.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. He's hot.
19th field goal. Bryce Drew feeds P.J. Brown, who has 17. He's 1 away from tying his season high.
P.J. having a really nice game, particularly in the first half, the way he was pounding the boards, offensive boards, most specifically.
It was only Brown's 2nd shot of the quarter. The other one was a missed stick back. Hubert Davis, several pump fakes, and Augman rebounds. Drew spins away from Hubert Davis, and an ill-advised skip pass. Augman cleans it up. BD for 3.
Looked pretty good at the back of the rim. Barron's shots are looking a lot better than it has the last couple of games.
And Jordan and the Wizards in control with a minute to go in the 3rd. And they have not lost a game this year when leading after 3. This would be the 14th time it would happen. Hubert Davis, right side. He has 19.
A club that only averages 91 points a game, awfully close to it.
They only allow 91, fifth best defense in the league, and the Hornets will be hard-pressed to hit that. Drew from the right sideline was out of bounds.
It seems like it's just beginning to just get a little bit disjointed for the Hornets. The zone defense not getting the results they wanted, and now another turnover.
Jordan has the basketball. This might be his last sequence. 3 sideline left, no.
I think they're going to let him go for 50, Bob.
Wow, quite a prediction. The Wizards up 19. Remember, he didn't come out after the first quarter for about 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's good he played the whole game.
Barron on the other Davis, and Barron has 14 with a second and a half to play. Barron with the interception, buzzer beater, and he can't finish with a flash. Wizards after 3 dominate thanks to 45 by Michael Jordan. Former Tar Heels with 64. The Hornets entering the 4th with 67. Davis's straightaway 3 won't fall, and Haywood has the rebound. So the Hornets big men having a pretty good game, but
where they are.
It's been about the Hornets story. You can even add Magloire to that story. Jordan dumps it off to Haywood. Shot was blocked, and Magloire will come up with it. Magloire and Campbell start on the floor at the same time here in the 4th quarter, Gil, and that worked well early.
We saw it in the 2nd quarter. We talked about one of the few times we've seen that. It did work pretty well.
Campbell against the rookie, doubled by Jordan, tipped away. Campbell has it back with 6. Augman's open. And Haywood rebounds for the 2nd time.
We saw Stacey's jumper going down about 3 games ago. We haven't seen it go down in the last 2.
Well, just 1 of 7 last night against Milwaukee. Michael enters the 4th quarter with 45 points. 7 shy of his career high against the Hornets in his history. It's the handoff from Popeye Jones. And he misses. Drew gets the rebound, but there's a loose ball foul underneath against the Hornets.
Eldon
Campbell.
He just took 2 hands and pushed off Brendan Haywood right in the stomach. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but after this shot goes up, Eldon Campbell just pushes Brendan Haywood. And very few times will you commit that foul and not get whistled for.
Eldon will pick up his 5th. Matt Bullard will enter the ball game for the first time.
Nesby and Hubert Davis go to the bench for the Wizards. Tyronn Lue gets some more minutes.
Lue's been pretty quiet.
Didn't have opportunity to not be quiet.
Haywood was setting the screen. Michael was trying to set him up for a score. It's a turnover.
And Michael quickly shows his hand to Brendan Haywood and he says, "That's my fault. Don't worry about it. My fault." To try to not let the young big man get upset at himself.
But Haywood does come out.
Well, not get upset at Coach Thomas.
And during the tape
at least
session,
he won't be upset at himself.
Davis around Jordan to Magloire. And 1.
I will finish in your face over the rim every time.
So Magloire with his 12th point.
Great spin sets it up. Barron spins into the lane and drops it off to Magloire, who goes right at the rim. I like that about him. When he's around the paint inside, it's no finger roll or a little nice chip shot off the backboard. He's going to dunk on it.
Strong finish, and he hit the free throw, his 7th made free throw. And 13 from Magloire, is 6 shy of his career high that he had earlier this season against Utah.
Lue trying to obviously do something with Michael.
Augman trying to defend Michael. He missed 2 in a row.
Is that 2 in a row or 3 in a row?
3 in a row. Has Michael finally cooled off? I hesitate to even mention it. Augman with a pretty reverse layup. The Hornets are within and 12 suddenly.
See, I think Michael probably has a time limit, you know, but now after Hornets coming back, he'll be on the floor for a long time.
7-0 Charlotte run. Davis defends Whitney. Now Hubert Davis is fouled in the act right of the lane.
Heidi White is coming back in the ball game. Let's see. Well, Campbell's not in there, so I was going to see Campbell's smile on his face, but maybe Magloire could be just as happy.
Hubert Davis will be heading to the free throw line for the first time. Wizards scoreless, you see, over the last 3 minutes of play. That's the 7-0 Charlotte run that Davis will try to cut right now. And Hubert Davis has 20 points. Season high is 21 in Indiana back in November.
And normally you see that and you make a big deal out of it. 20 points going for 21, but it's been overshadowed by Jordan's performance. So almost like a quiet 21 points.
You hit them both. So 21 matches his season high. He and Jordan have combined for 66 of the 86 Washington points. Baron Davis, the drive and kick. Walkman can't. Oh, yeah. Hubert Davis rebounds, but because of a foul.
Same shot that Stacey's been knocking down. Same relative position. Same good move. You see Baron Davis take the ball, draw the defense, and kick it out. Nice move by Stacey. Good looking shot, just not going down for him.
White with that last person. Bryce Drew looking for Augment. And it's knocked out of his hands when Magloire hustles after it. Bullard ends up with it. Augment to Magloire, and the big cat now has 15. And the Hornets are within 12 again.
Quietly getting back to the ball game.
Hornets would love to become the first NBA team to 10 road wins. It would be a marvelous comeback if they do that.
Yeah, and they need to win anywhere. So the fact that it's on the road almost makes it seem doubly sweet, but they just need to win.
Michael Jordan has missed another one, but this time they whistle the foul. Got a break in the action with 8:38 to play. Free throws coming up for Michael Jordan. Jordan heading to the free throw line after Augment had a touch foul, and that was a pretty late whistle on that jump shot that resulted in free throws.
I thought it was a very late whistle, as a matter of fact.
Jordan now has 46 after that first free throw toss. That's a season high every time he scores now. And 47. His career high is 69. Let's hope that he doesn't reach that neighborhood with 8:34 to go.
You know, because if he does, it would mean that they needed him to score that many.
Baron Davis off the dribble against Nesby. Wide open Wesley. Air ball.
Just didn't have the rhythm tonight. You know, the Hornets need him to make his jumper.
Wesley, 1 of 10, 2 points.
No rhythm for Davis.
Davis defends Lou. Floater, no. White floats and jams. He has 9. 16-point Wizards lead.
The Hornets have to get back in this. They've got to make sure every possession gets something, a bucket or to the line, but they've got to get some stops, Bob. Some turnover. Nice move.
And Big Cat will try a three-point play again.
Now, you got Big Cat going to the basket, but the move to get open was such a good move. He gets the ball in low post position, calls for it, the up and under. What a great turn and face. Nice step back, but the step back frees himself from Jahadi White and then leaves Jahadi White as he goes to the rim. That's a very fine move by Jamaal Magloire.
Jordan's third foul, Gil. Magloire completes the three-point play. 18 for Big Cat. Still plenty of time. 7:40 left. Hornets within 13.
Well, all they need is a couple stops, but they need those stops.
Whitney, long straightaway three. And Magloire with his 7th rebound.
Jordan's looking for the ball, and Whitney's tried to become a hero.
Baron Davis. Pretty move on Nesby, but it wouldn't drop.
Well, Nesby's been on Baron several times, a much taller cover. Whitney's a little too small to defend him.
Nesby 6'6" against the 6'2" Davis. Teron Lou finds Jordan. Journeyman tries to prevent the dribble drive, cannot, and Michael has 49.
Well, you know it's a clear out for Michael. They cleared out and they waited, and he just challenged Ogman and won.
Wesley and a jump pass to Magloire is fouled by Whitney. It's 3 on Whitney. 4 on the team as Lee Nalon returns.
Nalon will come and get his opportunity at Jordan. Now Jordan clears out, and he'll have a couple of fakes, and he's right to the basket, lays it off the backboard. 49.
And the 20th made field goal for Jordan. Magloire looking for a career high, has it. 20 for Big Cat Magloire, and it's 92-79. Again, a 13-point difference.
Showing a lot of comfort and confidence in his offense is Magloire.
Jordan looking for 51 on that one, short. Nalon looks at Wesley, who throws it away to Nesby.
When we talk about getting something out of your possessions, tough night for David Wesley. You've got to convert, no turnovers.
Washington Wizards call a timeout with 6:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. 92-79, Washington over the Hornets. And it's been vintage Michael Jordan since a 24-point first quarter.
Well, no doubt. And this guy, David Wesley, 1 for 10, you said shooting it. He has had to have had a better night for the Hornets to have been competitive because it's too very important to what the Hornets do. And defensively, we've seen him be asked to guard Michael Jordan in years past. Tonight, I don't suppose he wanted that assignment. I don't see how anybody would have wanted it tonight.
No, that one, that's one where you just walk away.
No. You know Christmas is over, but let's not go to the extreme. Let's not take away my presents, take my joy away from me.
We're almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Hornets in this thing. Jordan for 51. He can't get it, and Bullard had the rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll be Hornets ball. They're 3 away from making this a 10-point game.
And that's a real good sign. It looks like that the Wizards are trying to get Michael to that plateau, and in doing so, taking themselves out of their own game.
Jordan has missed 5 of 6. Hooked by Davis at the side of the backboard. Fast-breaking Wizards. Nesby scores over Bullard. It's a 15-point advantage.
That's a tough one. That's a tough play to have Barron not score and the Wizards score on the fast break. That's a tough situation. 15 is getting a little bit deep.
Davis against Lou, who commits the foul above the three-point arc. Bonus. 5:31 to go.
Tyronn Lue coming over from the Lakers, but made his reputation basically in one series, guarding Allen Iverson, and everybody wants to talk about Tyronn Lue.
Baron Davis, who has 14 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds, misses the first of 2. He's now 0 for 3 at the free throw line. Now Lou comes out, Hubert Davis replaces him. Jordan is the top storyline with 49 points, but Hubert Davis with 21 as another reason the Wizards have the double-digit advantage.
Particularly because of his three-point shooting. He got most of his 21 from deep behind the three-point arc.
Wow, Baron missing both.
He's got to really work on that, Bob. As much as he gets to the lane and to the rim, he's got to work on his foul shot.
Davis defends Whitney. Jordan against Nalon. Jordan. And followed by White. 11 for Jahidi White, who averages 5.
And he was having a very tough night early on trying to guard Eldon Campbell.
He has a double-double. Wesley, the long 2 won't drop. Nesby, who's been very active around the paint, has a board. David Wesley now just 1 of 11.
Tough night for David. Tough night.
Chris Whitney with the head down is fouled by David Wesley about halfway in the lane.
Bryce Drew was already on his way to the scorer's table.
I'm trying to remember the last 2-point game for David Wesley.
Well, at least it was more recent than the last 6-point game for Michael Jordan.
Very true. But, a game to forget. David would like to use the new year to refresh the shooting eye. Whitney converts the first of his 2 free throws. His 3rd point. Check that, his 4th point.
And, you know, he's a guy because of Richard Hamilton not playing for the Wizards, counted on to ultimate firepower, not needed tonight because of Jordan's output. There's Rip.
He's got that
Richard.
Partially torn groin. And out for an extended period of time. Here's Baron Davis. Hubert Davis chases down the rebound. Washington, by the way, and hitting those 2 free throws have now 16 in a row at the line.
It's also missing Christian Layton on the injury list.
Broken fibula. Jordan. 51 for Michael.
I think that's what they were going for, and I think he'll probably come out of the game now.
And 100 for Washington. He has more than half their points. Magloire, foul going up, will revisit the free throw line. Fans standing as a future Hall of Famer produces 51 in a comeback year.
Well, Michael Jordan was looking for this. We talked about it early on, Bob. I said I think they're going to try to get him 50. Well, he gets 50 plus 1, and a lot of fans would be able to say they were in attendance when it happened.
On a night when Michael hits 51, fans enjoying that Michael rules. Jamaal Magloire is putting up career-high numbers in his 2nd NBA season. And Magloire hits both free throws, 22 for Big Cat. The Hornets are down 19.
Well, we knew Michael Jordan would come out and try to erase a couple of bad memories. The loss in Charlotte and the 6-point game 2 nights ago against Indiana. We knew that.
Whitney launches the long 2. Wizards now lead by 21. It's their largest. Baron Davis throws it into the hands of awaiting Michael Jordan.
Well, now he gets a steal.
Pretty complete game for Mr. Jordan.
Complete.
7 rebounds, even 4 assists. Jordan fakes Nailon, dumps it off to White. Magloire with the block, Magloire with the foul.
Michael wants guys to score. I'm going to pass it to you. Put it in because I want another stat. You see Jordan take the baseline, and knowing the defense is there, tries to get it to White. White misses the first shot, but doing a much better job on the boards for the Wizards in this 2nd half. White gets an offensive rebound and draws a foul.
That was White's 12th rebound. 5 of those on the offensive side. And gets his 12th point to match that. Jordan's 51 points as he comes off the floor is the 3rd highest point total ever against the Charlotte Hornets team, and he obviously leads to a standing ovation.
Embraces Doug Collins because as much as this is a comeback for Michael Jordan, it's also a comeback for Doug Collins. He and Michael, they like to dismiss the fact that they didn't have a great relationship when Doug left Chicago, but they didn't. Obviously, they have a good one now.
Tractor trailer on the Charlotte Hornets. 2nd free throw wouldn't go. Under 3 minutes to go as Kirk Haston reports to the scorer's table. And Bullard in the lane puts through his first 2. 20-point differential. As I say that, Kirk has now returned to the bench.
Well, what a tough night for the Hornets because Michael Jordan had it going on. 51.
Nesby in front of the Hornet bench delivers 2. Rough night at the office for the Charlotte Hornets.
Did Michael Jordan sell any popcorn? I didn't know. Because when he went out.
Not the only thing he didn't accomplish tonight. Jordan will fall 1 point shy of tying the franchise record in Washington for points in a game.
I hope they don't hear you say that down on that other end of the bench.
He will never return. Air ball gives the Hornets the ball underneath, and Nalon jams it through, and for some reason, White with the foul. And so Nalon a chance in the three-point play after the fifth Bryce Drew assist. Timeout Charlotte with 2 minutes to go. The Wizards have the 105-85 lead thanks to Michael. Washington by 20 over the Charlotte Hornets. Michael icing down the knees, which got quite a workout today. 51 points. Let's look at tonight's Advance Auto best play of the game.
Well, Michael Jordan scored 6 points for the first time in a decade and a half. Well, now he hits half 100 plus 1 in tonight's game.
Those were points 50 and 51. If he gets 50 in his next game, Gil, he'll join in a very exclusive club. He'd be the 4th player in the history of this league to achieve 30,000. He was 111 points shy coming into tonight. Amazing.
Well, I think when he talked about I came back for the love of the game, and you certainly saw the love of the game displayed by Michael Jordan tonight, and you also saw how the game loves him.
Oh, boy. And the fans here in Washington give him a well-deserved standing ovation after the 51st point went through. Nalon completes his three-point play. He has 9. And the Hornets down 19 with under 2 minutes remaining. Kirk Haston is on the floor for the Hornets. This is his 4th game as a pro. Luiso also joins him. Whitney can't hit the shot, and Haston has the rebound. Haston, the Hornets' first-round draft pick, 16th overall out of Indiana. Luiso feeds Kirk. That old-fashioned hook shot is through, and Haston with his 2nd bucket as a pro.
Luiso gets it down to Kirk, and he pirouetted twice and then threw the little hook shot in.
Whitney likes that long range. Too short with it. Nalon got his 3rd rebound. So a disappointing finish to year 2001 for Charlotte. Kwame Brown, the 1st overall selection in this year's draft, gets the rebound in his first action of the game.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a lot of minutes since early in the season when everybody talked about they were going to bring him along and he was going to be a big part of what the Wizards were doing. He's not.
Down the road he may be, not so far. Nice move by Kwame. First points for Kwame Brown.
Well, and you're right, Bob. But you take some of the pressure off this team to win when it's taken off of him. Maybe you can work him in and let him play a little bit more. But he is a young player.
Nalon looks for Haston, and Nesby, who's really played well defensively, tipped it away but could not save it. Tonight's Gatorade player of the game, guess who? Number 23 with 21 field goals, 51 points, the 3rd highest total ever against the Charlotte Hornets. Here's Bryce Drew to lead Nalon, going for double figures, and he has it. So Nalon, for the 18th time since coming in for Jamaal Magloire, hits double figures.
Well, you know, these guys, it's good to see them hit double figures, but somewhere along the line, you have to understand that in order to win ball games, you got to stop people. And not necessarily talking about a Michael Jordan who had an exceptional night and maybe would have had one against anybody, but defense will get you wins.
Tyronn Lue fakes Drew and throws it away. 4 and 5/10 seconds to play. The Hornets will fall to the 500 mark on the road and to 13 and 17 on the season. The Wizards are going to go above the 500 mark overall and improve to 6 and 6 here at the MCI Center. Michael Jordan, 51 points to lead the Washington Wizards.